Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 5 of Elevated Podcast. Today I am joined by Trey.
Yeah, just keep going.
I'm also
There's no
joined by
going back.
Dom.
My guy.
I'm also joined by
Oh
Matt.
my. Hi. This is what our lives have just come to
By
at
the
this
way,
point.
if you want to know what I'm laughing at, I accidentally jumped off a cliff. By
Oh.
accident.
They're laughing at Dom's slight difference from my man to my guy.
My man, my guy.
Oh no, I was also laughing because before we started this, Jay just said shut up when no one was talking.
Hey man, I need to establish the fact that I am the ruler here, you know? But
I'll overthrow you, you fucker. I'm joking.
but we have a action-packed Michael Bay
Hey,
theme.
go on Chapo again. Let's go. I'm sorry.
Nice.
We have an action-packed Michael Bay themed podcast today. We will be talking about Logan Paul and all his idiotic
Logan
shenanigans.
Paul in this.
And I mean, we can get started right there, actually. So we've all know what happened with Logan Paul, the dead body. Opinions, man. I thought it was
Don't you mean Stand By Me Part 2?
a quality video.
Oh my god.
Quality vlogging. Right
No,
there.
but in all seriousness, he's an idiot.
My
Cut
dude
and
is
dry.
down to blonde surfer guy. He probably does freaking crack cocaine every day of his life. Goes to the Japanese suicide forest and freaking screws over a dead body.
Well, you know
That's
he's
like a better name for a video.
you know
than
the
one
Japanese government banned him from the country.
Yeah, they also watched
Yeah.
Walking Dead, too.
Yeah, he can't go to Japan
Damn.
anymore. They banned him.
That's too bad.
And supposedly, I don't know how factual this is, but they're putting out like wanted warrants and stuff to bring him in, and they're going to try to put
Well,
him
they
like
won't
in.
bring him in, they
Serious?
won't question him.
Yeah.
They're not, like,
Oh,
they're not going to be
that's-
pressing charges. Just
yeah.
they're questioning him.
Hey God, why do
is
they want to
something.
question him? Did you
You
plant
know
the
what
dead body
happened?
there?
Nope.
Is it just a prank, bro?
It's just a prank.
Yeah,
It's
but
got-
that video, dude, was
It's
just.
everyday bro with that Disney Channel flow. It's just his brother Drake dressed up in an Asian man.
All right, let's get a bit more serious because we are talking about a dead person.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
true. Fuck.
That I don't know, man. That video
No, I mean,
overall
sure.
was just very disturbing to watch.
It was just distasteful.
Yeah. And the fact that even one of his friends were like, hey, just cut the camera off, and he still did not even do that. It just goes to show that he was only in it for the views. He knew that this video would get views, and although he put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video knowing that this video was just, it wasn't meant to be on this platform, it's very childish. And I never been a huge Logan Paul fan, or Jake Paul in that matter. I don't really follow all those guys, Team 10 and whatever. Just because I really never liked their personalities anyway. I always thought they were very cocky, very scummy people. And this just goes to show why I never followed them. So,
When it comes down to it for me, I mean, like, okay, so, everyone knows in the top 10 trending list on YouTube, it's pretty evident that it spread like wildfire beyond, like, anything else we've seen for a while. And it was on my freaking recommended bar, so I watched it because I was confused. I'm like, why is there, he's found a dead body. I was sure it was just clickbait, like usual, because usually they're known for. So I'm sitting there watching it, and then, like, I see everything get serious, and there's, like, a warning and everything, so I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is actually serious, and I'm like, maybe this is actually going to show people what suicide can do. Like, I thought it would be used for good. So I'm watching it, and they find the dead corpse, or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's just like really depressing, obviously, because the guy committed suicide, and wanted to like, end it and be alone, and just like, first of all, the guy freaking takes out the camera, walks up, and starts filming the dead corpse like 2 feet away. I'm sitting there trying to eat like food. It was like around lunchtime. I was just browsing YouTube, and he starts showing people like the purple hands of the guy. They're like all like purple because obviously he suffocated to death. And of course when you suffocate, all the air comes out of you.
mhm.
And plus he's he's dead, so the blood is just like, it's dead. It's just, you're either white or purple usually. It was just disgusting. It's like up there, and it's like, freaking like, it was just really disturbing. It was just like, I understand, like, I don't know. It was just a really freaking disturbing. There's no way around it. That's like the best word to describe it. It was distasteful and disturbing in the highest, because after my grandmother died this last year, I dealt with a lot. And of course, I went to the hospital and I didn't see her. Like, I wasn't there when she died, but I saw her body, and it really hit me hard, because it's like, it's really something sad and depressing. You don't want to relive it ever again. I just see like this person who didn't have anything wanted to even do with YouTube or be on Logan Paul's vlogs. He wanted to kill himself for some unknown reason in his life, And this guy, this douchey American guy, just goes to the freaking forest just to get some views. And like, come on, he was obviously trying to find a dead body. You can't tell me he wasn't there to find a dead body in the first place. The way he was acting,
Yeah.
like really. And then it's like he goes there, he insults the poor guy. The family's probably really upset because he's on YouTube being exploited for views. And then it's just ridiculous. Like, dude, do you not have respect for anybody? Like human decency? Like, come on. I know we all hate on the Jake Paul bandwagon because Jake Paul's annoying also, but this honestly is worse than anything Jake Paul's, I think, done so far. That's my personal opinion on the matter. 'Cause this is just not even... I don't know. And the fact that YouTube did nothing about it, too, just makes me sick. It's like, are you really, like, that freaking... Are they really, like, this big of a money-making racket for you to not even affect it? So, I don't know. To me, it was just a really, It was just a really sad moment in the history of YouTube and the internet. I just think.
And going back to Jake Paul, you know what he did, like, I think a day or two after Logan posted that video, right? He posted a video with the title of "I Lost My Virginity," and that was pure clickbait just to get all the hype off of Logan there. Which, man, I'd never seen anything more shady in my life, dude, and anything more low in my life. It was pathetic to like just witness all that go down. And you were right about YouTube. They are 100% also to blame for this whole entire situation because, I mean, it was their platform. They should have taken it down immediately, man. I post Call of Duty videos, and those get taken down faster than how this video got taken down. And it's pathetic, the fact that I can't make Call of Duty videos without getting demonetized, while this guy over here with millions of subscribers can post a video with dead bodies and keep it up for a couple hours and go to the trending tab.
I will give Logan Paul credit though for one thing. That's only one thing only, in that he had the decency to at least remove it because YouTube wasn't.
Yeah.
I will give him credit for that one thing. Like, I think he knew he screwed up in the end because after, of course, everything that happened, which obviously anybody can tell they screwed up. And I'm at least glad he removed it. At least he had some taste to do that. By no means excuses him for anything, but like, at least he was willing to do something about it instead of YouTube. And that's just sad in my opinion, because like, especially the guy who did it in the first place.
I know, like, probably no one would actually take this as an apology, but he already has, like, apologized twice for the video. That still cannot do. You have to do more than just apologize. Yeah.
The first apology wasn't even an apology. He was just pretty much gloating. It's just disgusting. He's like, I don't need views, I get views. It's like, you're really gonna say that you didn't need this guy's dead corpse to get you views? And you're just like, I don't know. It was just insulting. It was just all insulting. There was nothing about it that was good. That's the entire scenario. It was all done so poorly. If he was trying to raise awareness, it's understandable. But boy, did it backfire on him. Oh,
it did.
It's
Yeah.
like, blurring up the guy's face, it's not gonna change anything. For crying out loud, you can still see everything. Like, I saw the guy's purple dead hands. This is disgusting. Even then, you don't blur them out. You just cut it and not upload it and be like, we came across something really disturbing in the forest. Want to share with you guys, but due to rights and purposes, and it's just really messed up. If I shared it, I'm not going to. That's understandable, But you just don't do that, even if it's blurred out, because you're still just up in the guy's face. Like, he was looking at the guy's pockets. He's like, man, his pockets are still full. Like, you saw his phone and his wallet and stuff, and it was just messed up. No excuses for it. It was just disgusting.
Yeah, you're 100% right, dude. Yeah, but man, I'm like I said, I never really watched this guy to begin with, so I really didn't lose anything when watching this video for Logan Paul. But my main issue here is YouTube and the people over at YouTube, because like I said, I can post a 4-minute Call of Duty video with no cursing, just me playing Call of Duty, having a good time. They'll flag that video, take it down so fast, it's not even funny. But the fact that they kept this video up was a slap in my face as a content creator, and I was really angry. So YouTube, they're to blame a lot about this whole situation.
Yeah, they are. And then just like, I don't know. Obviously, suicide. I mean, everybody's heard this a million times before. It's really a serious subject. There's something to be loud. Like, we all make jokes about like, oh, I want to kill myself, stuff like that. And they're just jokes.
Yeah.
But in the end, like, I guess we don't always sometimes realize what the true impact is. It's not funny sometimes to laugh about, especially in situations like this. It's just. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was, but. Oh no, I don't know what I was gonna say. But the one thing I do want to clarify to people out there, in general, watching the podcast or just anybody in here, like, I understand he did this really messed up thing. It's, like, really unexcusable. And, you know, I understand he apologized. It wasn't a great apology. But then I see people out there telling him to go kill himself. It's like, I understand he did not do a good thing, but it's just being... How are we going to stop the problem if we're going to be causing it again? Like,
Yeah.
sure, he did this thing, but you can't tell him to go kill himself after he showed the dead body in the woods. Hey, come on, that's not appropriate either.
Two
As much
wrongs
as I
don't
don't
make it
like the
right.
guy, I think he's a scummy piece of crap. It's just, I don't know. It's just really, really, I don't know. It's just disgusting. People just like freaking telling people this to like just go. I don't even know the term. Just go kill themselves. There's not any care in the world. It's like that means nothing. And it's just like life is a precious thing, and we all need to learn to like understand that enjoy it while you can, because life is short.
Yeah.
It's just like you just don't take that. I don't know. I don't really know the words. I've never really dealt with suicide before. I've heard of it, but no one in my family's ever really done it. But people out there who have had it happen to them, I'm sure it's awful. But I don't know. It's just disgusting to people like telling him to go kill himself after he filmed a dead body who killed himself. It's just.
Yeah.
I know he was in the wrong. It's really messed up, but you need to at least have self-respect. You just don't tell somebody to do that. You're no better than him doing that, in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just there needs to be some sort of repercussion though, because you just can't go around doing that.
Exactly. And think about how the family felt, dude. Think about how the family felt. Because let's be real, their situation was a loved one came up missing. They didn't know where he was, and then the way they found out was from this guy in a forest laughing at him in a video, or not? I guess.
A freaking alien hat from Toy Story. I think it was a Toy Story one. I don't know. It looked like the guys from Toy Story.
That's how they figured out that their loved one died. Imagine if you were in that situation. How would you feel? Like,
and like, I understand too how people are like, okay, really I deal with like pain through through comedy. Like, I understand that. Like, so let's say if something really serious happening, sometimes people do deal with situations differently. And Logan Paul says he does, which may be the case. But you don't just sit there and just like.
Yeah. Laugh.
Did Matt's mic cut off?
Yeah, like.
Okay. Yeah, I can't hear him.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it cut off.
Matt. But yeah, I don't know. This whole entire situation was it was out of everything you do in a day, especially as a YouTuber his size. You tell me the only thing he could vlog was that? He was in Japan. He was in Japan. There's so much to do there, and you're telling me the only thing.
He had so many options to do something different, but no.
Okay,
let's go.
I'm back. So my mic just cut out. I don't know what the heck that was about. I said technical difficulty. That's my bad. Sorry.
It's good. But we were talking about how he had so many other options to like record different stuff, except for that.
And the sick thing was like he was just, I don't know.
Just laughing. Like, I could tell he wasn't shocked, but.
Oh my god, my freaking mic, dude! I don't know what the heck that's about.
Like when he started laughing, I could tell that wasn't a unnerved laugh. That was like he can't believe what he was seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like he was sitting there, he's talking to his friend. He's like, "What? Never stood next to a dead guy before?"
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Really, dude? Like you had to make that joke? Like, come on." The sick part was I watched the full video because I was just really curious what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me laugh too in the beginning when he did that warning thing. He says, I'm obviously not monetizing this video for obvious reasons. You know? The thing was, though, he already knew it wasn't going to be monetized because in the video, he says, I'm swearing so much this video isn't going to be monetized anyway, so he's like, what the hell, might as well go for it, and started swearing more. Yeah. It's like, bro, you can't sit there and act all noble like you knew, like you're saying you're going to demonetize it, and now obviously it wasn't going to get monetized in the first place. And then just like he was talking to children and families, he's like, oh yeah, he's like freaking like saying, he did a stupid signature like go to the what the heck's it called, the shop, Logan Paul shop, or whatever thing, and that's like that's just distasteful even after the freaking the whole scenario. Like, dude, like, come on, have some respect.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Like, it's
Oh yeah,
just.
and also one more thing, real fast.
Go ahead.
He also said was it clickbait? But what did he use for the thumbnail for the video?
The
It
dead
was
good
a dead body.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's obviously clickbait, even though he said it wasn't.
Well, technically it's not clickbait, but it's just the fact they use the guy's dead corpse as a freaking thumbnail. It's disgusting. Like, bro, have some decency. Like, for crying out loud. That's not even funny. Like, you just can't do that. I don't even. I'm pretty much saying all the same things I've been saying this entire time because there's nothing really else I can say. It's just to the point. It just disgusts me that YouTube did nothing about it. That's the most disgusting part about this.
Yeah.
And they didn't strike his channel. They didn't give him a warning. They didn't take the video down.
Oh, bro, let someone with freaking 400,000 subscribers do something like that. They will get taken down in a second. But because
Oh, bro, the channel
Logan
terminated,
Paul,
if that was the case.
but because Logan Paul is one of the front faces of YouTube, and they know that he
He's a
makes a lot of
moneymaker.
money. Exactly. And that's pathetic, dude. Let me post a video like that. See what happens to my channel. But no, let Logan Paul do it.
And like Logan Paul's always like, I live life to the fullest. I'm a maverick. It's all about being who you are in life. It's like, bro, you act like a freaking 4-year-old. Like, dude, like, come on. For crying out loud, I think an 8-year-old would actually have more like honor to a dead person than you did. He was like over there like hopping around making jokes. He's like does this stupid. I don't know, dude. He's like a freaking 2-year-old, and like it's just so stupid. I'm more mature than he is. I'm freaking 17. Like, bro, like, come on.
Yeah.
yeah, without a doubt, dude.
I would just turn the cameras off, delete the footage, and just make another video some other day and tell what happened. You don't just do that in general. It's just the way he acts. It's just disgusting to me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's pretty much my thing on that whole situation. I just feel like he was an idiot for his actions, and there's nothing else. I mean, YouTube and Logan Paul were both in the wrong in this situation.
Mhm.
And YouTube was in the wrong because they didn't take down the video. Logan Paul was in the wrong because he
wait.
didn't have enough common sense not to record that.
And that's the
You know
only
what
thing
else
I
is
will give him
also
credit for
fucked
is he took the video down. That's the only thing I'll give him credit for. Other
Yeah.
than that, I think it was the most distasteful thing I've ever seen.
Exactly.
You know what else is kind of fucked up? The majority of his fucking followers are just standing up for him.
Okay, yeah, and I'll also give him credit for that. In his apology, he said, "Don't stick up for me." He said,
Yeah, but
like,
they
he
still
actually,
are.
yeah, I know they still are, but I will give him credit for at least saying, "Don't do it." You know, he's at least saying that he was in the wrong fully. Other YouTubers would be like, "I appreciate the support you guys are giving me." He at least said, "Don't defend me," because he says he knew what he did was wrong. Other than that, I just can't get behind him, dude. I don't care. Dude, even celebrities are pissed. Like Aaron Paul, Sophie Turner, like they all just sent tweets after him over it. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. I had to do something. But, yeah, dude, that's pretty much my thing on Logan Paul. I don't know. Like I said, never really watched his content anyway, so it's not really affecting me as much as it's affecting his fans and stuff.
I mean, I've seen a few of his videos. He's at least he's always seemed like he actually cares about his fans, I will say. But dude, like he's the biggest freaking, I don't know. He's the most immature 22-year-old thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That's saying something.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sad.
And dude, like
dude.
these kids are like 5. This is their role model. That's
Exactly.
the scary thing.
Yeah, his fan base are full of kids, like between like I want to say 6 and like what 13, 14-year-olds.
probably.
Yeah,
13 probably.
that's disgusting.
And it's like, and they, like YouTubers, I think, like some YouTubers do and stuff, like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, they understand this, but I think a lot of YouTubers don't. People out there on YouTube, they need to understand that they're more than just content creators. They are role models for half of these kids. They're
Yeah.
not just some person on the screen like on TV. Like these are actual real life people that are like acting this way in front of all their fans, and this is what makes the fans act like them. It's modeling that you can get away with this stuff, and it's just not okay. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, and then people wonder why our generation is so messed up. It's like you start wondering, man, where does it begin?
Mhm. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Just disrespectful, man. That I mean, that's the only word that really comes to mind. It's just very disrespectful. But I the only thing I hope he gets the justice he deserves. Nothing too harsh, you know, because it's not like it's not like he messed
Well,
with the
not murder
body
the guy.
yeah, but still he some sort of punishment he needs, and I feel like YouTube should be a part of that. You know, I feel like they should be dealing out that punishment by either suspending him or something like that. But clearly, they're not going to do that. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much my thing on Jake Paul or Logan Paul.
That's really all there is to say. I mean, everybody, like, I don't want to go into detail anymore either, because just, like, enough YouTubers have made videos about this. Not even YouTubers, just families in general have made videos. You go on
Yeah,
YouTube and look up Logan Paul reactions, there's, like, these people who don't even have YouTube accounts just made these videos because they were impacted by it. That's how, like, awful it was.
hmm yeah, dude. I don't know. It's it's unfruitful, like you said. But that, yeah, like you said, that's pretty much all we can really do on that. So next topic. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So over the holidays, there was these two teams that were wagering for $1 in a GB match, and one of the teams, of of course, lost the wager match, and the two members on that one team started arguing with each other. They was like, "Oh, it's your fault we lost. No, it's your fault we lost." You know, going back and forth, and it got to the point where they got super mad. They were going to swat each other. And one of the guys were like, bet you won't do that. You're not man enough to do that type of stuff. So he hired a professional swatter to swat his friend. And what had happened was the professional swatter contacted his teammate and was like, give me your address. You think I'm not going to swat you? He gave the swatter an address, and he swatted professional swatter swatted that house. The outcome of this whole entire altercation was the death of an innocent 28-year-old man.
Unbelievable. Over Call of Duty.
Yep. One
It's just a sad thing.
$1.50, dude. That's all
Cost
they
a man's
lost.
life.
They would have split that 75 cents. What do you want to buy with that, dude? A freaking gumball from a machine?
But dude, like, even then, like, if you're doing a GB match, you sign up and you get to do it. Like, you're the one putting the betting money out there. You can't be a sore loser like that.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid.
It's just a
like, that's
dollar.
just
I
retarded.
mean,
It's just $1.
It's just $1 and a few cents. You did not lose like
First
thousands
of all,
of
the other guy, I would have
dollars.
been like, if you're this hurt over, you can keep the dollar if you're that sad. That's what I would have been like, you know? It's just ridiculous. But that's not even the main issue. The main issue is just the fact that this poor guy, who had nothing to even do
Died
with a scenario
because of
like
it.
this, got just plugged.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And he doesn't even play video games. He was not even associated in any way.
Yeah.
He died because of it.
you know? But then again, also part of it's the cops' fault. You don't just shoot somebody also.
Yeah.
That's the
because-
thing. The cops were 100 feet away from where he was standing. Even if he tried to draw a weapon, yeah, and the SWAT team at that, a highly trained group of
Assault
officials,
rifles, armor, Kevlar.
and they was
Like,
behind
jeez, 'em.
metal like cars and stuff, so they had all the protection they needed plus the training. So even if this guy was
It
to
was a guy
attempt
with
to
pistol,
draw a
if he had
weapon,
pistol.
even if he was to draw a weapon, it would have been more obvious than him blocking the light out of his eyes. Because what had happened, the house that they swatted, like, he randomly walked outside and saw like all these spotlights shining on his house. So he proceeded to put his hand over his eyes to block out the spotlight because he didn't know what was happening. He was just walking outside, and they opened fire, which cops nowadays, man, and I know this is a very touchy topic, but they're too trigger happy, and that's the bottom line. They're too trigger
I
happy.
think there's still some cops out there that are good cops.
Well, yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
I'm not saying-
yeah.
We're not saying they're all just out there to shoot people. Obviously, it's not the case. But like if you're gonna give somebody that is just like nervous and twitchy a loaded firearm that has the ability to kill somebody with one shot, and you're sending him out to this call that couldn't end up with violence, but it wouldn't have anyways, because the guy didn't have a weapon. It's just sickening. I mean, like, 2018, we're like 4 days in, and there's like, we've already had a YouTuber filming a dead corpse, making fun of it. We have a person that got murdered from a SWAT team over $1.50 at Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how, like, just, like, come on. I swear sometimes we're devolve each year instead of evolve when it comes to our, like, brains and intelligence, because I just don't understand how you just take the, I don't know how you shoot the guy. Like, I mean, come on.
And the
You didn't give him a chance. If he was putting his hands up, he could have just gotten shot for no reason.
And the thing is, the call that the swatter made, and dude, if you get a chance to listen to that call, because it's the darkest stuff you ever hear. But it was a hostage situation. He said that this kid killed his dad, and he poured gasoline all throughout the house, and he was holding his mom and his sister or little brother or something like that, and hostage in the closet, pointing a gun at them. What if this was a real scenario, and the suspect would have made one of the hostages run outside? They would have been dead because these guys were trigger happy. That's completely uncalled for and just pathetic. They knew going to that house that it was a hostage situation, and they decide to stay jittery and decide to shoot the innocent man. And they had all the protection they needed.
Mm-hmm. The sad part is the fact that it's like, this guy is a professional swatter. Like, what kind of like, come on, dude. Like,
Yes.
that's his freaking job as being a professional swatter. Like, how low can you go? It's like, Jesus, dude. Like, get a real job. And first of all, if you're gonna make up a swatting thing over $1.50, you don't make up a hostage scenario where a kid murdered his father and
Make
dumped
something
gasoline.
simple.
It's
Like,
like
come on,
stupid,
like,
like
be
a
like-
domestic abuse. Even then, you shouldn't even do it in the first place. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do something like this, don't make it so extreme either, because that just elevates the situation way more than it has to be. But
Yeah.
you shouldn't be doing this in the first place, because this is sick and cruel. Like, over $1.50 nonetheless. This guy's got shot, and dude, apparently his life cost $1.50. If you really think about it, that's what his life was worth, according to these people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how sick it is.
Yeah, it was. I feel like there's blame on everybody's side here. There's blame on the one kid for talking to the professional swatter. There's blame on the person for giving the fake address. Not as much blame on him, though, but just a little bit, because he did put that man's life at risk.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why you're getting a fake address, because you never know. Like, if most likely the guy was going to do it.
Yeah.
But, like, then again, you just don't do that either, because then that other person's getting screwed over because you kind of, like, what the heck's the word? You kind of, I don't know, you snitched them out, kind of. Like, you made them take the brunt of the blame
Yeah.
for what should have been you instead. But then again, if you think about it, if that kid said it was his address, that kid could have been the one who was dead also, so you don't know how it would have gone.
Yeah. That's why I said not too much blame, but just a little bit. Of course, a lot of blame on the swatter, but the swatter, as right now, doesn't feel like he is to blame for that. He did an interview with Keemstar. This kid is just demented in the mind. You listen to the phone call with the cops and also listen to his interview with Keemstar. You're going to realize that this kid needs serious help. And then, of course, there's a lot of blame on the, police force. And this situation could have went so much better, but it just didn't turn out that way because they didn't pay enough attention. He was covering his, and the thing is, the police didn't know that this wasn't the right address, and he didn't know that spotlights and cop cars and SWAT teams were going to be in front of his house. So I don't know. The situation by itself is just screwed up, and it sucks.
And, like, I know there's a lot of kids out there, or not even, that's not even always kids, people in general, that think swatting's a joke, that's something funny, can pull pranks on people. Oh, ha ha ha, the SWAT came to your house, broke down your door, thought you had a bomb. It's not funny. Like, come on, man. Like, really? It's the most immature prank I think I've ever heard of. Like, actually, just what happened. Elevate the situation to the point where someone can seriously get hurt or killed.
Yeah.
Over what? Like a game? Just because, or even people that, like, watch live streams, they do it to Twitch streamers. just in general, like, it's the most demented freaking prank. It's like, if you're gonna prank somebody, like, just something in the message or whatever, then say it's just a joke. You don't call a SWAT team to their house and make them bust down the doors with assault rifles.
Exactly, dude.
That's not a prank. That's just freaking home invasion and like invasion of privacy. That's what that is.
Something that could have been avoided. It was just stupid, dude. And it's all because two kids were pissed off that they didn't get $1.50 for a World War II game battle. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. There's no excuse for their actions. They both deserve. All three of them deserves jail time.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, dude, and it's sad to know that people just don't care about anything. So
Even if it wasn't over $1.50, no matter what amount of money it was worth, you just still wouldn't do
yeah,
that. Even if
nobody's
it was like
worth
$1,000 you bet.
money, bro. Nobody.
And this other thing was, it's like you did it, you bet it. Don't be a sore loser about it. You lost fair and square. It's your own fault.
Exactly.
Don't gamble next time. That's how it works. And it's like, and then even if you do gamble and you're a sore loser, don't put someone else's life on the line because of your mistake.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It was easily avoided. Could have been easily avoided.
Also, one of the dumbest like reports I think ever of a gaming incident.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you ever get some free time, listen to that police call. This kid, just disgusting. Just
Twisted.
absolutely disgusting,
Wait,
dude.
like how old was the slaughter?
I
That, like,
think at least 20. No more. No older than 25. No older than 25. But yeah, his life is
honestly,
ruined.
if your job is swatting, that's
Age 25.
sad as hell.
And then
Like, bro.
get this. He had the audacity, a couple hours later, to post on Twitter. He had the audacity to post that it's not his fault the dude died. He wasn't the cop that discharged the weapon. He had the audacity to post that on Twitter.
Bro, honestly, I blame all the blame is for me is on those kids and that swatter. Particularly
The blame's also on the person, I will say, it did shoot the gun, because that was unavoidable too. He didn't have to pull the trigger, especially if the guy was just
Yeah.
shielding his eyes from the sunlight. Like, that was stupid. That was the dumb move. It was probably a rookie, most likely. I don't see a veteran doing that crap. You never know. It could be a veteran, but
Yeah.
like it was honestly the perfect storm. Everything it just happened the way it happened. It was such an awful coalition of things, like, just happening at once.
Yeah. That was. It's.
I don't know,
People
man.
are so low, dude. And it's sad to think about it, but it's true. People are so low.
And like, how old are these kids that are doing wager matches, dude? That's technically gambling.
No more than 20.
It's like, 20. Oh, okay. I don't know if they're Catholic meant kids in like.
Yeah, well, I
like,
said no more than
you know.
20. They were pretty young.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, even then, like, just like, I don't know, like, it just seems like it's just a waste of life. That's all it is.
Yeah.
No matter what angle you look at, it was the most thing you could have avoided.
Yep, I agree with you 100%, dude. Yeah, that's pretty much my thing on the whole situation there. Anything else, you guys?
No, not really.
All right, man. Well, that's something a bit more lighthearted. Those two were pretty dark. But the Slender Man movie trailer was released about, I think, 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days.
And holy crap, man, that trailer was pretty nasty.
Not nasty's in the good kind of nasty, the core movie nasty. We're talking about the nasty of like B-movie, January, terrible acting, really bad acting.
It was
Nasty.
disgusting to watch. Opinions on it, guys?
It looked like the kind of movie you would see after watching Star Wars because you got an extra free ticket to go see a movie, and you don't know what to watch. So your girlfriend or whoever you're with says, "Hey, let's go watch that horror movie." So you go watch that horror movie, you watch it, then you contemplate your life afterwards and think what you're doing with your life, and then realize that it's a waste of time in your life,
Jeez.
and you just want to unsee everything you saw on that screen, and you can't see it, so you sit in the corner crying for the rest of the night. That's the kind of movie it'd be.
I mean,
Do we have to talk after the stream? Like, this sounds personal. Like you've done this before.
No. No.
He's been
kids
practicing.
start thinking about life. But dude, honestly, the trailer itself wasn't bad up until after, like when she started walking out the. I thought the trailer was actually pretty good, but then they added on like another 30 seconds just showing her walking out the forest, and I was like, why do I need to see this?
That's not the part I thought was awful. I thought the whole thing was awful. It's just the most like Slender Man. Obviously, it's known in the gaming community. It's like a very huge, popular, scary game. A lot of YouTubers played. PewDiePie, Markiplier, blah 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 blah. All these famous YouTubers played it. It was a humongous like pop culture icon for like, the last like 5 years or whatever. And like I saw the movie trailer. I know the whole thing's not based on the game. It was a creepypasta turned into a game, obviously. The whole thing was just the most like over bloated, disgusting, nasty trailer I could. That's I think like you don't even see like you don't even think it's a Slender Man trailer until the end of it. In all honesty,
Yeah.
because like there's this scene in a classroom with this chick, like this girl, it's a high schooler, is sitting there. She's holding a scalpel, like they're playing science class, like dissecting frogs or something, you know, like you normally do in a high school class, and she's sitting there looking at the scalpel, and you're like, oh well, this is gonna go like 0 to 100 real quick, obviously. She takes it and just jams it into her eye socket. You don't see it, just it makes the sound and blood squirts on this girl's face. It's like, what does this have to do with Slender Man? Is it the fact that he gets in people's heads? Like, really? That's not how it works, first of all. Second of all, it's just the most dumb freaking... I don't even know what to say to this trailer.
Not gonna lie, if I didn't know that was a Slender movie, I would have thought that was like another Evil Dead trailer.
I was just saying another Bye Bye Man trailer. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it.
I think Bye Bye Man did Slender pretty damn well.
Okay, yeah, that's another topic for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in all seriousness, when it comes to like, I don't know, dude, it's just... It's been in development hell, I think Jalen said, for like 5 years now.
Yeah,
like,
they've been trying to get
this
this off
point,
his feet
it's
for a
Slender.
while.
Just cancel it.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, don't waste your efforts.
And like it's kind of.
Son of the Arrival was good. That was actually pretty scary. I love that game. The Arrival, that was actually a really good horror game. But just like, I don't know. It's just the most stupid idea ever. I just think it's an over bloated horror movie. It just relies on cliches of jump scares and gore. It's legit. It's gonna be one of those movies. It's just I don't know. And Slenderman doesn't look like Slenderman. He's like a freaking glowing black mist of shadow in the woods. He's not even like in a suit.
Oh god,
He's just like he's just a mist.
Just made me start thinking of the fucking Lost creature, the smoke monster from Lost. Even though I didn't even watch
never
the
watched
show, I
Lost.
just know what it looked like. But like,
I don't know, man.
here comes the also bad part about that. Man, it's kind of bad whenever you're gonna make a movie about something that involves a little girl getting stabbed.
Yeah, dude, that's also sparked some controversy. When that happened, it was like girl, like those two friends stabbed that girl 19 times. She lived, rest her soul. Oh my god, that's just a miracle. It's like beyond amazing. But like, I just think it was just after that point. I just think it's kind of a really, really kind of sour feeling to the whole thing. I think after that incident, they should have just canceled it. Like that's just.
Yeah,
to be honest,
after that incident, after that, that's when all like the Slender games stopped becoming popular. As soon after
because these girls took it so seriously to the next level of just ridiculousness and just I don't know, man. It's just in my opinion, I don't want to say it's bad taste because it was like I think 4 years ago now. It's like 2013 when it happened.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but. It's kind of still is bad taste. It's like this girl was stabbed 19 times over this fictional character, and you're gonna be making a movie about it. I understand it's a horror movie icon, pop culture character, a pop culture character.
Ugh.
But that doesn't give them the excuse to make it, to pump it out. It's just I don't know. It's just I know it's gonna be awful. If it's not, then good. Then just have fun with the movie. I'm not a horror movie fan in general, but just from a movie person standpoint, it just looks like shit to me. So
for me, honestly, the whole idea of them making a Slender movie is kind of redundant, stupid, and unbelievable. Just because I saw this actually a few years ago. It wasn't. I think it came out like around 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually a indie Slenderman movie, and oh my by God, was it awful in general?
The tall man.
Yeah.
No, it was Slender Man.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was
Oh,
just
I
straight
know,
Slender
I know,
Man.
but
I'm trying to
think it
remember.
was
Yeah,
called
it was
either.
called the.
I think it was
It
either
was
called
called
the
like
Tall Man or something else.
Yeah, it
It was
was
like a
like
weird
it
ass
said.
documentary, but fake documentary thing.
Yeah, it was like a shitty.
So
Yeah.
Blair
Like,
Witch meets Slender Man, kind of.
Basically.
yeah.
But see, I
And
think that actually would have been, not gonna lie, I think that would have been a good take. This for the Slenderman movie. It's like, what I would have liked to see for instead of like this overbloated, nasty, garbage horror movie that's coming out, you know,
Mhm.
or whatever. I would have liked it to be more of a like the old horror movies, like The Shining, had to be more psychological. Like things are going on,
Oh,
people
yeah.
are disappearing, but you don't know what it is. Like, you know, still speculation that there's this thing in the woods, but no one knows what it is. Or
Like-
there's like this other person that people think is the reason behind it, and then near the end of the movie, maybe like the character escapes, and then in the background you just this tall figure on a hill, and it cuts to black. Like if there's a
And-
Slenderman movie, you don't need to see Slenderman. The whole purpose of him is to strike fear into the hearts of people around him. That's the whole goal of Slenderman.
And another thing is, the whole. I say don't even make it. Make like another popular horror like Friday 13th. That movie got canceled. For all we fucking could have known, that could have been the best Friday movie ever. But
Yeah.
for all, I mean, for me, I only like a few horror movies. That's like Alien and Friday 13th. But Slenderman having a Slenderman movie is just
I've seen so many better
unbelievable
ideas
to
out
me.
there for horror
Yeah.
games. You got. Well, I don't know if they probably couldn't do this in
Movies.
theaters. Outlast is way too over the top. They probably couldn't do that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, even they don't even have to base it. Like, I don't know, dude. Like last year's It showed us that horror movies can be scary without being over necessarily gory and relying on jump scares. Yeah, there were some maybe bloody elements to it and some creepy things, but I feel like all they are nowadays, horror movies are just cheap jump scares and gore. And the more gore you have, the better your movie is. That's what it seems like nowadays. It's ridiculous. Like the scariest things, when you look back, like Dom said, like the older like Friday the 13th or even Alien 1, the creepiest part about those movies were you never saw the killer until at the end. You just saw it cut away from the violence. And then afterwards you saw like a dead corpse with like the neck slit or something like that.
Mhm.
But now they have to show the neck getting slit and blood flying everywhere and the killer. The scariest part about those movies was like you never know what it is until the end. Like Alien especially was
Yeah.
just super creepy. It was claustrophobic and intense and psychological. That's what made
like
it
for
scary,
Alien.
not gory.
Another thing that like for Alien, they kept it like you could see parts of the creature. You would only see like
Yeah.
the tail slithering off, or like it'll zoom in on the face, but you couldn't fully see the creature until the very end
Or
of
like the
movie.
freaking saliva dripping on the guy's shoulder and then he looks up and gets
Yeah.
yanked away. That's it. That's all they'd show.
Yeah.
Nothing
Even
more.
like Jaws. Jaws isn't really a horror movie, but it's another it's a kind of a horror movie in a way. It's like a thriller. But like it's another prime example. They didn't show the shark like at all until like the end. It's just I know it's kind of
Yeah,
sounds like
showed
getting off
everything
topic
on
of
the shark.
Slender Man. But
showed
the
the
reason why I'm saying
shark's
these
spec-
things is due to the fact it's just like this is what old horror movies were better. That's why they were better than the newer things they're showing us now.
Oh yeah, no doubt, dude. If I
And
ever
then,
want,
then you get the.
go ahead.
Uh-huh. And then you get those gems, the ones that are like outside of the box, like I'm trying to think of a movie that's kind of
Get
just
Out?
outside the box. Get Out,
Yeah.
like Get Out, The Strangers.
Shining. The
fucking-
Shining, bro, is still my all-time favorite horror movie. Out of everything. I've seen
What was that?
Alien, Aliens. I just love
Funny-
The Shining, dude.
Funny story
I,
about The
so
Shining.
good.
what was that? Wait, another thing is. Oh, excuse me. But I forgot the name of the movie. Well, it was like about there was these like 20-year-olds robbing some old vet's house, and I forgot what it's called, but
Oh, it was
Fucking,
but-
What was
Don't
it?
Breathe.
like
Yeah, don't breathe.
Yeah,
Don't
don't breathe.
Chris
that
that
movie was
was-
good until the end.
Stephen
Yeah.
Lang, bro.
And that movie kind of
The cable we
changed
never
it.
got.
Yeah, it changed up a lot just because you had to think they couldn't make one noise, or the guy he'll hear you, he'll come knocking down. Just you had. For me, I like that movie a lot. It's one of my favorite horror movies.
And it's original.
like
That's
it.
the good part about it. It's very
Oh, yeah.
original.
yeah.
There were
I
some
like
disturbing
Anthony
scenes in it, but like they were there for a reason.
Oh
They
yeah.
weren't there just to serve people. Be like, oh, we need gore, gore, gore. Like it was actually there for a reason, you know. like I understand gore is a big intake part to scary stuff. You know, everybody loves gore to a point, but like. See, for me, I'm a big fan of it. Like, I understand, like, Walking Dead and Friday and them, the slasher flicks, or, like, walkers eating somebody. You know, that makes sense. But when you have, like, thriller movies with, like, someone getting gutted alive, it's like, really, like, come on, guys. Like, you really need to show that stuff. And, like with that trailer for Slender Man, like, they really need to show that girl stabbing herself in the eye with a freaking scalpel. Like, come on. You didn't even have to show that. You could have just cut away and heard the scream. Or something like that. You didn't have to, like, see the blood spatter all over the girl's face after she stabbed herself, and just like, and then the tentacles coming out of people's mouth and eyes. It's just like, it just looks just, I don't know. Again, January horror movie material. That's about it.
I gotta mention something real fast. You know what's a horror movie? I even forgot. Well, horror slash thriller that everyone kind of forgot about. Cure for Wellness.
I have not seen that movie. I really want to watch it.
People say it's the Shining
really
of the present day generation. I don't know. I heard it was okay, and I heard also it was bad. I heard mixed reviews on it. But
I really want to see it. It's just I just forgot it was a thing.
Dan DeHaan's in it.
What's another? There was another low budget horror movie with man, I forgot her name, but it was about like if you had sex, it was like the sexual transmitted disease.
It Follows.
Yeah, I could.
You mean the world-renowned actress of an Independence Day resurgence?
I could go buy horror movies like that, like just something original, you know.
There's only one thing about It Follows that literally like kills it for me. It's basically just an STD.
Too. Well, yeah, but in a way, it's kind of funny because in a way it's
kids
original.
use protection.
It's original, but it's also not. Cause think about it. It's playing off the trope. That's what people say. It plays off the trope in like horror movies. When you have sex, is how you die. Yeah. It's playing off that trope, which is kind of funny. It's original, but it's not. It's an original idea from an unoriginal thing. That's just really cool to me.
Like, to be honest, at the moment, more that I think about the Scream franchise, it's kind of original, kind of still, because it realizes what it's doing. Like, they make jokes about other horror movies inside that one movie.
Yeah.
Well, mostly by way, actually.
I'm not a horror movie buff, man. To me, they're just like, I'm not a horror movie fan, but like, when it comes to like Alien and stuff like that, you know, I like them. But
the closest thing I'll get to a horror movie is like you said, like Alien or something, or like a psychological thriller. But I mean, if I want to watch a horror movie, I'm gonna watch something from the 70s or 80s. I'm not gonna watch anything
What
now.
about those indie movies you've been talking about, Jalen?
No. Next topic. Okay. A good indie horror movie though, and
don't say Raw.
It's Raw is a good indie horror movie. It's disgusting, but it's good. The story is solid.
You saying that is like saying fucking Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh, Jesus. What about House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie?
Okay, let's not mention that movie or the fucking remakes of Halloween he did either.
Oh, Lord.
What movie did he come out with last year? That movie was
trash. We're kind of getting off topic of the Slender Man scenario here a little bit.
Slender Man sucks. That's the bottom line.
I mean, the trailer sucked.
I'm probably gonna go see it.
I wouldn't watch it anyway. Sometimes those types of movies.
Like, okay, here comes the saddest thing. We got fucking more, like, original horror movies coming out before. Kind of before, but in a little bit after Slender comes out. We got
Strangers.
What's that one called? We got Strangers 2. We got fucking what's that one called? It's kind of like Don't Breathe, but it's a family that they can't make a sound or something hunts them down.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place.
Fuck. Yeah, A Quiet Place. We got that. That's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of like Cloverfield.
That reminds me of something. I was on Netflix today and I saw a trailer. This looks really intriguing to me. I don't know if it's horror related or not. I don't know if you've seen it either, Jalen. It's called something Awake. It's about this kid and like these parents whatever give him up for adoption. It's like a thriller kind of horror. And this kid, he sleeps at night and he has like these parents lost their child and they see him like he can make dreams come real. Like, if he's having a really good dream, it's really beautiful, like, and stuff.
Yeah.
But then at night, if he has a nightmare, this thing hunts people down. It's like a really, it's like a thrilling horror. It's like thriller. I don't know if it's horror or thriller, but it looks really cool to me. It looks really intriguing.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think
actually might watch
I think
that.
that's been out for a while.
It's
Either
been
No,
out,
it's not out.
but
It's a
only
trailer.
in Europe. It's
Oh.
been out it's been out in Europe. It hasn't even
It's
made
called.
it here yet.
Hold on, I can check real quick on my Netflix real
Got
quick.
it.
Just leave Battlefront 2. Hold on.
It's fucking like I remember seeing a trailer for it, but then I looked
And,
it up
like,
and everything. And
it's-
it was only showing in Europe.
It's kind of weird. Like it's like kind of double-sided. Like one side reminds me of like Steven Spielberg, kind of family-oriented, like Butterflies,
Mhm.
because the kid can create like miracles come true. But when he has nightmares, it's like he creates this like entity of their child, I think. And it's just like I don't know. It's really weird. It's kind of cool.
Shit
Or it's
gets
like
real.
his nightmares come to life. Anyways, that's the theme. If he has nightmares, they come to life. If he has dreams, it makes everything beautiful. And the kid's scared to sleep because he knows he can do these things. So it's I don't know. It's a really cool idea, I think. In all honesty, I'm looking. Hold on a second. You guys can keep on talking real quick. I'm just
Yeah,
looking for it.
but it's stuff like that I like when it comes to horror movies. I just like original stuff. I don't like these cliche slasher movies. And that's the thing. A horror movie, like having a lot of blood and gore, it doesn't make it a horror movie. It just makes it disgusting. A horror movie is just adding that element of surprise and scare. There's been many like action movies or thrillers and stuff that I would consider being horror movies just because there's been a lot of stuff in those movies that can be considered scary. So,
Yeah. Like, okay, so like with gore in movies, it's good if it fits your theme, like Cannibals, like for Wrong Turn, or Hills Have Eyes,
yeah.
or Texas Chainsaw. But with other movies like fucking serial killers kind of, It depends
Oh.
what type.
Trey, speaking of original that show, the End of the Effing World is on Netflix,
Uh-huh.
by the way.
Oh, it is Into the fucking
It's
world.
out. Yeah.
Great.
Oh, here it is. Before I Wake. It says,
There.
yeah, it's the name of the movie. It's called It says the sweet little boy's wondrous dreams come to life while he sleeps. Unfortunately, so do his nightmares. That's summary.
I see dead people.
To be honest, is it bad that like Susie said the name of the movie? I just started thinking of a band. Like Before I Wake sounds so much like a band name.
Yeah, but that's pretty
I
much
can't tell
all.
if it's a horror movie or not. I
It's
think
both.
I want to say it looks like Thomas Jane plays the father. I don't know, but it looks interesting to me.
That's pretty much all I have on that movie. I mean, I'm probably gonna go see it because I
Yeah.
like the game.
Yeah.
One good thing that might come out of this movie, you gotta remember, they're not working off any source material, so it could be completely original.
The
But-
only like source material they have is literally just like a short story in the games, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a cool. I mean, I can understand where they can get stuff for this because it's actually kind of cool. Whoever made this thing was actually kind of creepy and cool about it. I kind of like the idea of Slender Man, but it's just like after that whole incident with those girls, it just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and I haven't
Oh,
really.
yeah.
I don't know. Every time I see Slender Man now, I just picture those girls killing that. I'm not trying to kill the other girl 'cause she lived. I don't know. To me, it's just in a way, it's kind of in bad taste to make it. But
Yeah.
it's also kind of
There's
I
only
don't know.
one thing I hope. Okay, this might be a little bit fucking backwards for me. I hope it doesn't do that well. All because the last thing I want is like fucking creepypasta movies.
No, but you know what's gonna
Yeah,
happen?
we're
though,
totally
because-
not running
no,
out of ideas at all.
No, but you see, the thing is, though, for me, I kind of want it to do good also, in a way. Because you know
Yeah.
what's going to happen, right, if this thing bombs? You know what they're going to start saying? Man, another shitty video game movie. And I'm going to be so pissed off.
Yeah, but like
Because
the thing about
it was
is,
not
like,
originally a
it
video
didn't start
game.
as a video
Yeah,
game. It started
it-
as
Yeah,
a story.
I know, but I'm talking about people who see it as a video game, not like
Oh,
the
yeah.
creepypasta. They're going to call it a video game movie, and if it bombs, they're going to just say, stop making them. And
Like,
it's
not
just
gonna
like,
lie, they're like, if they
I
wanted to
don't
do a
know.
creepypasta movie, there's so much better ones. Like, they could have done a found footage movie about like.
That's what I
Forgotten by
wanted.
Disney.
That's what I want, a found
Yeah.
footage
Jack-
movie. I
Jack
would have
the
been
Killer?
down for that.
Not fucking Jeff. He's literally just like Michael Myers made over.
I would have been down for a found footage movie, kind of like Quarantine, but in a forest, dude. And there's no music.
Oh,
All you hear
yeah.
is the footsteps and the leaves crunching. Dude, I would. That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
But
like,
we're getting
the most, Like, the
this.
most horrifying thing about Forgotten by Disney is the ending of the story, where like this from that one story, 5 others were made that connects, that intertwine each other and kind of weave a story together out of the, like 5 others made by other people. Like, it starts out, this guy's going to an abandoned amusement park by Disney that is an actual fucking place. May I point out?
I'm talking about
Like-
the Tom's like what the heck's it called? It's like the Adventure Island. It's like in the middle of.
Yeah, Adventure Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up there in the Bahamas. But like the most creepy thing about it, there's actual pictures of people going there. The creepy thing about it, everyone left their stuff there. There's suitcases everywhere, clothes everywhere. It's like everyone just got off because. Nice.
You're
Like,
right.
it's like everyone got off the island because of some reason. But the story, the main character, he doesn't even have a fucking name. He goes and explores the main like part of it's a castle. He goes in, and like he starts hallucinating. That's the best way to describe it, without sounding paranormal.
Mhm.
He starts like hallucinating. Then like a very old costume of like Mickey Mouse comes to life. Asks, "Do you want to see me rip off my head?" He starts digging, like scratching at his neck, and start like shit just comes flying out of it. Not even blood, just like stuffing, and everything comes flying out of it. He turns around, and then just scratched like in claw marks on the wall is like forgotten by God. It's like the most chilling thing to read. But that's just the first story, and then the fucking rest just follow in its footsteps. But it's a good story though.
See, I think there's a lot of good material, like you said, like to work from with these things. But
Oh yeah, they could.
another part
It's
of me
just-
though, but this is another part of me though. It feels this way. I feel like a lot of like people like basing them off this. This is what's ruining Hollywood also to a point because I miss original stuff, original content. I mean I understand that it's really cool to make like like make that kind of make that into live action, and like
Yeah.
video games and stuff too. But like I also miss the days where we could have originality from movies instead of just video games and like stories. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like for me, like there's only one thing that would suck if they keep making like creepypasta movies. They're gonna go for the fucking like most original, like Been Drowned. Badly fucking other stupid shit. To be honest, I want a found footage movie, but I feel like this would sound more like a fucking like a fan movie or something. That's about the SCP Containment Breach game. Because there's a lot of shit that could work with from that. It could be a
don't
monster
know,
movie,
but-
it could be a slasher, it could be anything, because that's truly what the game actually is.
I don't know. I just think the Slender Man movie just looks like it's gonna just be one of those January movies. It's gonna bomb with critics. It's gonna be on top 10 like lists of the worst. I may be wrong. It could be an amazing movie, not amazing, but it could be better than it looks. I would say not amazing by far, but I don't know. I've honestly lost faith in the horror movie genre a while ago. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why
I
normal
haven't
movies
lost
now.
faith in it because there's still some good ones that yet to come. But like, I kind of live like during October. My favorite thing to do is just to watch B-rated horror movies because it's the funniest shit. Just watching the bad acting and the like bad plot.
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh no, they're eating her. Then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god. Exactly. That fucking movie.
I just,
You guys ready to move on to the last topic?
I thought there were two
Sure.
more topics because I thought we had the Spider-Man thing and then DC.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
DC. Alright, so let's stay on the topic of movies then. DC is getting a new director for the majority of his movies. They're going to be replacing Zack Snyder. The only... I don't know this dude's name. I can't remember it. But he's known for producing the Conjuring movies, the Annabelle movies, and that raises a couple red flags. But at the same time, it gives me a little bit of reassurance
Well,
because...
The Conjuring wasn't that a good horror movie franchise?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the
but
the first one was good.
the thing
The
is...
second one was good too. Oh, I heard
Yeah.
there's not a third Conjuring.
The thing
It's
is,
like two.
like the fact it's kind of scary to me. The fact that he's mainly known for horror movies and coming into a superhero
DC,
property.
kid-friendly.
But here's a
Blockbuster.
reassuring thing.
I mean,
Every
DC,
single one of
DC doesn't go with the. It's kind of kid friendly.
Well,
No, I
Okay,
mean,
you know what I can
superhero
see?
stuff is kid-friendly. I mean,
Okay.
I'd say it's kid.
here's a
Solid.
reassuring
I can
thing.
see that could come from this. A good Scarecrow movie.
Oh
That's the
my
only
God.
thing I can see.
The only thing I can see that hopefully this will benefit is that like, if you look at all those films, they're all like known for being series. and stuff. Like they have their own like universe they're in. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping in a way they'll be okay. Like I really want the DC movies to work. I'm still gonna be a Marvel fanboy at heart. I'm never not gonna change from that because I love Marvel a lot too. But when it comes to, I still want DC to work because I love DC also. It's really disappointing that I not see them working out. I've said this millions of times in the last podcast, but I don't know. I feel like Warner Brothers and DC are just burning their bridges at this point, and they're just gonna eventually just run out of ways to fix it. They're gonna have to reboot again.
The thing is, they're not really taking their time to set up the fucking multiverse and shit. They're
Well,
literally trying to
that,
catch
and
up
just-
to Marvel.
Well, they're trying to catch up to Marvel, and plus they keep on like having like producers leave. Like they don't keep a producer worth anything.
Trust
Dude,
me.
the Flashpoint movies had like 5 writers, I think. It's like it's insane how many people
like-
just leave those projects for
Because
some
like it
reason.
kind of makes sense of why so many people are leaving. Because what could they do to originalize it? Nothing.
Well, they can't. DC has a lot of source material to work from. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
they
lie.
have a shit ton of source material.
They just gotta make sure where they. Okay, DC's in a pinch because if they don't do good, people are gonna say they're not like the Marvel movies. If they're too much like the Marvel movies, they're not gonna say they're original enough. Like they're kind of in a pinch. They can't win either one way or another. So what they gotta do, they gotta find a way to get the formula down, like Marvel has, but make it original and not like Marvel at the same time. Keep the formula, just make it more original. That's all.
You know, okay, you know what I could see them doing? This actually might be Flashpoint, but I'm about to say. Actually, no. You know what they could do? Do the Injustice storyline.
No,
Fuck it, just go
I don't want to see that at all.
I want to see that. That'd be awesome, dude. Superman, either
Because like
Superman
that's
versus
the
good
only
Superman.
originality DC has at the moment. Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
Flashpoint killing
Okay,
Joe.
yeah,
Well, okay, well, I think would be
Flashpoint.
better. Okay, I understand everybody wants DC to be into a cinematic universe, like everything else nowadays has to be. In my opinion, there's people probably gonna hate me for saying this or whatever. I think DC works better with anthology movies like Logan.
Yes.
They would do better with that. Like make a Killing Joke movie, make a Flashpoint. Don't have them connect, but when the Justice League movie comes out, then have the same actors come back. But
Yeah,
just
like
make
have
them anthologies. Don't make them into a cinematic universe. Just
Yeah,
Marvel did it first. Let Marvel have it. That's how I see it. Just let them have their thing.
Yeah.
You
and,
know?
like have like at least have them like in a good timeline fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like DC's anthology movies. Like Wonder Woman, dude, was awesome. I think it's a little overrated, but it was awesome. I loved Man of Steel. That was good. 2 movies that didn't have to worry about setting things up. But then you look
Wait,
at it,
what?
look at
You
Suicide.
liked Man of Steel?
Man, it was good.
I like
Yeah,
Man
Man
of
of Steel
Steel.
was really good.
There were some parts that could have obviously been fixed. I'm not gonna say it was a but
Oh,
I mean the
Zod.
perfect movie. No, that's not the. Anyways, but if you look at DC, the only movies he really bombed out on are Suicide Squad, BVS. Justice League is kind of in a gray area. I'd say there's parts of me that want to like it, and parts of me that say it bombed out. But if you look at Suicide Squad and BVS as a whole, the reason why they bombed so badly was because they were too worried about setting up more things to come.
Batman. Sorry, rushed Batman.
I won't say they rushed Bat. Well, they did rush him, but I'm saying they were just too worried about setting up the entire universe, and they could have been just focused on that one singular movie, and they didn't.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It's the
really,
end of the.
I, I don't know. I really just think that they should reboot it. But the thing that I like, the reason why I don't want them to reboot it is simply because the actress for Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, she's perfect, and not even just her, but like some of the other actors.
Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck,
Exactly,
they're all perfect in the roles.
exactly. I don't,
Ezra Miller, but you know,
and the cleanest way I can see them fixing all of this is a
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint movie, and that's their last resource as of right now, in my opinion. I mean, I can't see them doing a reboot because they already have all these characters established. They're already working on Wonder Woman 2. Everybody already loves Gal Gadot and all these new actors and actresses, and
But like, dude, they're starting to get sick of it though too. Because I remember when Patty Jenkins, it's the woman who did Wonder Woman. I think she walked away. Or there was rumor of her walking away. Anyways, I remember Wonder Woman said that if they didn't have Patty Jenkins direct, she wouldn't come back for it because it was back when like they were under fire. Like, there's been a lot of big actors lately been like going like firing off at like superhero movies. Like I remember Jodie Foster recently.
mhm.
She's a huge famous actress. I'm sure you guys know her. Whatever. she was like saying that superhero movies are like crushing and ruining the movie blockbuster or summer office.
Yeah.
I want to be like, I want to be like, are you crazy? Like those are the things that are keeping it afloat at this point. If we didn't have those blockbusters, no one would go and watch the movies anymore, because if you look at the horror movies again, they all flop. You look at the comedies, they all flop because they're rushed out and make stupid jokes that are all been reused 1,000 times over. Superhero films at this point, I'm not trying. I mean, I'm kind of biased towards them, but not also because they do a lot of screw ups. They're the only things that are keeping it original anymore. Like New
And
Mutants is trying to make it a horror movie. Logan's an anthology. It's its own thing. It was amazing. There's just so many movies out there that are just superhero movies are keeping it afloat. I think more than anything else, it's not killing it.
Yeah, without a doubt, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just how I feel about the scenario.
For me, I feel bad for some of the actors too, just because like Ben Affleck, he came into the thing like from what I heard that he is a big Batman fan. He loves the character and he wanted to play him, but now he wants to walk away from the role just because right now the DC universe has been fucking up the role as Batman.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, in BVS, he was known for, like, branding people, killing people. I mean, come on, man. That's not Batman we know. It's just
well,
sad.
they kind of came out and explained why, because he was really, like, in a dark place, because he thought that there was nobody left in the world that was a hero anymore. Which I'm not saying it's an excuse, because it was pretty stupid they did that. But, I don't know, like Dom said, Ben Affleck, honestly, he's my favorite Batman. I'm gonna say it. I like him way more than Christian. I think Christian Bale's still good, but I prefer him over Christian Bale. He is. If I look at the character from the comics from page to like movie, Ben Affleck is just like the perfect representation of it. And just like it sucks because you see these actors like Robert Downey Jr. and like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. They were born to play the roles. They were born to play Deadpool, Iron Man, and Wolverine. And I feel like Ben Affleck was born to play Batman also. Like I feel like he was born for the role. But the sad thing is, they didn't give him any material to work with. That's what makes me just, like, pissed off and sad, because, like, this guy, the reason why he did the movie Daredevil and why it flopped, he said the reason why he did Daredevil is because he thought he would never get the chance to play Batman. And guess what? He got the chance, and guess what happened? They screwed him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, it's just sad to see a waste of talent, and especially this, like, talent that's also passionate about the source material you don't find often these days, and he's really passionate about Batman and stuff, and it's just, I don't know, it's just... I really want DC to work things out. I don't want them to go down like in just like in a flaming pile of trash, but they gotta do something quick or they're gonna get left behind. So
Yeah. Well, when in doubt, you have the DC animated movies. So.
True. Yeah, like the Killing Joke.
Hell yeah,
It was
Batman and
good.
Batgirl, fuck.
It was okay after like halfway through it, and then like the ending, it was actually pretty good. But like the beginning to the middle.
Recommendation: if you watch this movie, continue from where the graphic novel starts off. Do not watch the beginning part of it because it does not feel like a Killing Joke movie.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Watch
at
the
the
actual
beginning.
Killing Joke
Okay,
part.
you know what's something that could make a movie about as an anthology than a fucking actual like connecting? The fucking Batman Who Laughed.
What's
They can take that joke.
No, like wait for that.
It's- But yeah,
It
but
would
like,
be it would be a good thing, but if they add like, if they went like, are you talking about for the DCU or the animated movie?
No, I'm just talking about I'm talking about DCEU, but by itself, like Logan.
Like an anthology.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea in sorts, just because it would take way too long to kind of get everything in there.
What
Because
DC should have done from the start was have solo movies and then bring them in after. But no, let's put BVS in there after Man of Steel, because that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, without even having a new Batman movie.
It's just like, I mean, honestly, the only DC movies I like from them are Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, and Justice League. Those are the only three movies I can like and watch. But, like, I know Dom's the passionate DC fan here, so I guess he should talk about this more than me.
like,
Okay.
for me, I grew up watching DC shit, and of course Marvel. I still love Marvel, but like, for me, it comes down to what they do with the characters. Wonder Woman, amazing movie. Explain the role of Wonder Woman, the character herself. Man of Steel explained Superman, amazing, like, backstory,
Yeah.
amazing origin, but they had to skip Batman and Flash plus Cyborg. They skipped 3 good characters.
In all
Cyborg
honesty, when it
and-
comes to in all honesty, when it comes to Cyborg, I feel like he's more like the Black Widow / Hawkeye of the group. I honestly feel like he doesn't need a movie. Like, I'm sorry, like I mean, he's cool, but like what's his material? Does he?
Teen Titans movie.
No, they can still do
Like-
that, having him have his own movie. I'm just saying that, I don't know, it's just my opinion. I feel like a Cyborg movie wouldn't have, like, I don't, is there any, is there any like popular Cyborg villains?
For me, the only reason I don't like Cyborg is a good character, but I don't think he should be on the Justice League yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, no,
They should
he was one of
have
the founding members, though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but honestly, I would rather have like Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah,
Instead.
yeah. Well, you know why they can't do those guys.
Too, though.
Yeah, that's
They're
the
wave two.
reason why.
Yeah, he's wave 2, but still,
In my
like,
opinion, they should have had Green Lantern instead of Cyborg in there. That's what I think they should have done. And no, not the green suited animated Ryan Reynolds one. I'm talking about like a reboot
make it
Green
animated.
Lantern.
Well, they don't even need Hal Jordan, dude. There's many Green Lanterns that they could use. Hal Jordan's just one of them.
I'm actually okay. Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of excited for the new Green Lantern movie because apparently it's gonna be like a buddy cop comedy like Lethal Weapon in space. It's gonna be Hal Jordan and freaking Jon Stewart. And they're gonna be partners. It's like Lethal Weapon in space. Apparently, as people are saying it's gonna be like. I'm kind of excited for that.
for me. Oh, go ahead, Trey.
Oh, this is totally off topic. But like I'm standing here. I'm walking around my room right now, thinking, like, what could they do if like the DCU falls through? Like, if it doesn't hold any weight? I'm just sitting here thinking, man, wouldn't it be nice if we have an actual good Watchmen movie?
No, for me, Watchmen's kind of on the back burner in my
Yeah,
mind.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, if anything, like, if everything falls through, they could just fucking fall back on having at least a Rorschach movie. Because he's the only.
Or how about
character.
reboot? Okay, how about reboot and start the universe off with a well-known character like Batman,
There
and
you go.
then
Yeah, that's
move
what I'm
on to like Superman, and then Wonder Woman, and then go from there.
Well, yeah.
Instead, they said they started with Superman, which he's well known, but I just feel like it would have been smart to start. Like Batman's kind of like the Tony Stark of the Avengers, Justice League, or whatever. And he's kind of like the key. Like he's the reason why they all came together. That's what Iron Man was. That's why they did Iron Man 1 first. They should have done Batman and then have him go out looking for all of them, like at the end of the movies, like Superman.
Yeah.
Have an end credit scene and stuff like that.
Like how they did with BVS. Like he has like footage of the Flash and like Aquaman and all that. Like they should have done that. Yeah. They should have just done that. It should have been Batman, Superman, then Wonder Woman. Then he would go like searching out for Aquaman or Martian Manhunter or
Well,
even other. Yeah, or
all
finding
you have to do is ask
other
for a
ones.
sandwich, and he'd be right there with a sandwich.
Are you threatening my fish? But
What?
they could. Never mind. But they could have done
Okay.
a lot of other characters too. Like Green Arrow would have also been really cool to see on the silver screen. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
wait, real fast. Hang on, you compared Cyborg to Hawkeye. Whatever, we have fucking Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
No. What I meant by I'm not saying their abilities. What I meant
No,
by
like-
that.
like how they're, like-
no. Cyborg deserves a movie, not fucking Green Arrow though.
Green Arrow deserves a movie, dude. His show is way
No, yeah,
better.
he does.
His show is the best CW show. What do you
I
mean he
know,
doesn't
but
deserve a movie?
Still, like,
Bro, Green Arrow has more to do than Hawkeye. Hawkeye's
Yeah.
just a shield agent. Green Arrow's his own thing.
yeah, but like with Green Arrow, what could they do with a movie that they haven't already done with the TV show?
Deathstroke. They could do the same thing TV show did, but reinvent it and make it better with a bigger
Yeah.
budget.
Like one of the things that people were kind of worried about was like how they're gonna, because a lot of people wanted the CW shows to connect to the DCEU, but everybody knew that could not happen at all.
What could happen, but no,
It-
Warner Brothers.
No.
I'm looking at you. Stepped in.
Then it just didn't happen. Did not go down. But really,
Because of Gotham.
yeah, really a lot of things could have happened to the DCU, but it will never happen just because of like guidelines and other shit.
I'm surprised Dark Horse hasn't
The
made, like, a
best
fucking
we can do is hope and pray that this new person,
Is good.
hopefully, is better than Zack Snyder.
And hopefully
and
doesn't pull a
hopefully-
New Mutants.
I was just gonna say, hopefully, doesn't butcher it even more.
Yeah.
Louis Gossett New Mutants because he's a fucking horror movie director. For goddamn sake.
Honestly, I don't like the idea of New Mutants. Is just not ringing any bells for me.
No, like, here comes the thing, though. You have to think about this. Isn't there an X-Men villain that actually has a power of fear? So, like, what about he or
but,
she's
I mean-
controlling the fucking asylum?
Yeah,
What about,
I don't
what about
think it's
is it
horror
Weapon
movie.
X?
That's kind of off topic. Back to
yeah.
DC.
We're talking
going
about
to
Marvel, not DC.
which will be coming up shortly.
Mhm.
We're talking about DC, not Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dom just said we're talking about Marvel,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
DC.
Oh,
Oh. Well, I thought you were talking about me
Oops.
when I said it's coming up real soon because we're going to talk about the Spider-Man game.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
was
yeah.
confused it out.
my bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm happy that they're replacing Zack Snyder. I think he should have just stuck with Man of Steel. That was a solid movie. But I think it got into his mind too much, and he thought he could do everything in such little time. And it seemed like he tried getting all this stuff out before Infinity War, which was not a good idea at all. So he screwed himself in the long run.
Well, to me, what happened was Zack Snyder bandwagon started with like the Dark Tones was from the Dark Knight trilogy, and because the funny thing was, just a little fun fact, that was actually supposed to kick off the DCEU.
Hmm.
The Dark Knight trilogy was originally supposed to. And Christopher Nolan, he was only going to do 3, but Christopher Nolan said he was done after 3, because that's when they were going to bring Man of Steel in. But that's when Christian Bale decided he wanted to back away from the character, and that's why they had to reboot and start from scratch.
That would have
Damn
been
you,
better. That would have been a better idea.
What do you mean? No, Ben Affleck's cooler than Christian Bale. Don't go there with me.
I know, but like, think about the movie though. The movies though. That would have been better.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, to be a dead horse to death, we just hope DC finally gets we hope it finally gets the freaking love it deserves after like how many films are in the DCU right now?
I
It's
think
like 6,
4.
More
I
like
think now.
yeah.
It's Man of Steel,
No,
BV.
five.
Yeah.
There's 5 right now. Well,
Yeah,
no,
we're in,
well,
like,
6,
kinda-
6 if you're counting Aquaman coming out this December. Which, not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited for because I actually liked Aquaman a lot in Justice League, so I'm hoping it'll be a good movie. He was actually the fun side of Justice League.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Even though that was supposed to be Cyborg's job, because in the
What?
Cyborg is
Oh yeah, that's right. He does. Whenever he says booyah in the movie, he's like booyah. I'm like, oh my god, you
Booyah.
emo.
He was supposed to be the comedy genius.
Anyway,
Next topic.
I'm in sure, man.
Spider-Man
You're the boss.
PS4.
By the-
Can I come over
Another
and say
thing-
right now about
Another-
fuck. Go ahead, Dylan.
Another thing besides like this is before we start talking about all Spider-Man, but because of DC and what they've been doing, to be completely honest, I've been slowly been moving towards Marvel just because of all this shit.
Yeah, come to the light side, young Padawan.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
probably. Let's go down.
Are we ready to move over to Spider-Man? Because I really want to say something.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking say the most thing I'm excited about the Spider-Man game is where the fuck Wolverine's gonna come in, because he's been in most of the Spider-Man games. I'm just wondering
He's
when
not
he's just gonna
coming
show
in.
up.
He's not
He's
going to.
He's probably not. He probably won't. No, he's probably not gonna make a cameo.
Cause like
Oh,
I
wait.
remember from like Ultimate Spider-Man with like the scene with the Venom, the bar fight with the Venom was a funny fucking part. Cause
Yeah, I
like,
remember
you
from
played
the
as Venom.
fight. Oh what?
I remember in Web of Shadows took over kind of badass. Kind of pain in the ass part.
I'm just glad 'cause it looks like we're finally gonna get a Marvel game that is at least gonna live up, hopefully, to the Arkham games, but Marvel. And that's what I'm hoping this is gonna be the kickoff of. Because if so, I think Spider-Man PS4 for it is amazing. they should make a video game universe, a cinematic universe for Marvel in the video game saga. That'd be awesome.
That'd be
have, like
awesome.
Peter Parker from the Spider-Man PS4. They have like an Avengers game and stuff with the same like but make them all different. Make Spider-Man be the open world guy. Make the Avengers be like maybe a 4-player co-op type of game, you know, story-wise. And then like maybe have Iron Man be like a kind of a first-person shooter action adventure game with third-person elements into it.
Yeah, and then like have fucking like Punisher be like running gun bullshit.
Have Punisher be like GTA.
Basically, but more brutal.
But like, I'm just honestly, I'm gonna go out on a whim here. I'm really excited for Last of Us Part 2. Don't get me wrong.
What the fuck? We're talking about Spider-Man. Why the fuck are we moving on to Last of Us?
No, if you let me finish what I was gonna say. I said I'm really excited for that next year, but I'm almost more excited for Spider-Man. If you let me finish what I was gonna say than that game. And I love Last of Us. The only reason I'm more excited for it is just because it's something different. Like, I mean, I love The Last of Us, but it's a sequel, so I pretty much know what's going to happen. With Spider-Man, I'm just really interested to see how they're going to take this. It's like, it looks like the graphics look amazing, the character design's amazing, you're going to be focusing more on Peter Parker and his life also. The web-slinging mechanics looks awesome, the combat looks awesome. I know the Shocker, Kingpin, Norman Osborn, and Mr. Negative are in there. Maybe Anti-Venom, depending on the situation. I just can't wait for it.
That's something I was.
Will be in it, but...
That's something I was about to say about like Anti-Venom. This is kind of like an obvious thing for me. They're putting Mr. Negative kind of in the spotlight right now with like the trailer that they released. But for me, it's the perfect lineup for an Anti-Venom villain, or like boss or something. That will contribute to the story, but still be a fun thing. If they don't do this, it'll be a miss for me. Or it'll be a good game, but it'll be a missed character.
For me, I think, in a way, this is my opinion, I'm kind of the opposite of you. I would like Anti-Venom, but I also would like a game, because I remember Arkham Origins did this, where they made it look like Black Mask was the main villain, and it turned out, guess what? Joker was the main villain again. I'm hoping for this one, that they're actually going to stick to it, and maybe Mr. Negative is going to be the main villain. Because, dude, there's a lot of characters out there that do not get the proper, like, spotlight like other ones do. And Mr. Negative... Okay, Scorpion. Yeah, I like Scorpion. But when it comes down to it, Mr. Negative is a really cool character, because he's kind of like the Marvel's version of Two-Face, but he has powers. Because he has, like, this positive side, where he's a nice guy, he runs a homeless shelter. But then he has his negative side, a.k.a. like his Two-Face side from DC, where he's just like, he robs banks. I think he knows what he's doing, I want to say. He's just kind of like split, like he has a split personality too. And it's just, I don't know, it's a really cool concept. I really hope they stick to him as the main villain, because I want more characters like him to get shed into the spotlight and have their own, like, time to shine. Because, like, we've seen Venom, we've seen Green Goblin. I want somebody new in a Spider-Man game, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, as cool as they are, but...
For me, though, is just... Venom, he's been in a lot of, like, Spider-Man games, but for me, he's like... I don't know, he's like the
bad of the bad.
He's the head honcho of villains for Spider-Man for me.
Yeah, I understand that, but for me, I don't want them to shoehorn him in, if that's the, like... I'm like I said, I'm sick of these, like, I mean, I love Venom, he's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time, along with Green Goblin and stuff. But like I said, these characters like Mr. Negative get overshadowed by them all the time, and I just want one of these games like this one for their time to shine, and then maybe they can become an A-lister later on.
That's another thing I was about to I was about to say, like, for DLC, I want them to do this. I want them to do, like, have these smaller like, their DLC will be like, they'll have other villains as, like, purchasable side missions, and plus, like, 99-cent costumes to buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all. They have a homecoming suit. I swear to God, they have a homecoming suit. But
or a Infinity War suit.
Well, like, here's one thing I really want.
Any suit.
I really want them to do kind of like Arkham Knight did. Just have them, like, have some villains just, like, randomly show up. You know what I mean?
Or as, like, side quest. Side quests.
What I've been hearing from this game, too, apparently they said there's more content in this than the Arkham games had, so I'm also excited for that.
Yeah, that's...
Apparently. That's what I've been hearing.
If they do...
Because the Arkham games had a lot of content, but once you were done with that content, all there was left us to do was just go for Riddler trophies, and oh my God, that was boring.
Yeah, like, once I got done with, like, everything with Arkham City, Bro, it was so boring. I was like, oh, I don't want to restart
All you
the
can do is grapple
story.
around and beat people up.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do
Like with
after it.
Spider-Man, I think it'd be kind of cool for after like the game's done. Obviously, it's for you're obviously be able to play as him after, but I think it'd be kind of cool because there's Miles Morales is in the game too. If you can switch between the two Spider-Men, that'd be kind of cool. And like maybe you have
Yeah.
to deal with like I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of a way to put this.
Or
I just
you know
want to
what
make
they
sure
could
they
do?
still have the crime stopping. Like I want like the car chases you can get into like the other ones had and stuff like that. But I want it done better than the last ones have been done because oh boy, it made Spider-Man 2. Ha. It's just,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Or
Something.
You know what they could do with Miles? Have like near the end of the game, Peter Parker dies, and then he just plays through the
No.
open world.
No, that'd be Red Dead.
Okay,
That'd be
fuck
Red
shit,
Dead.
Yeah, no, but like,
I won't like that.
I don't want him to die. I just maybe like him as be like a sidekick, like kind of like Robin is the Batman. Be kind of cool.
Jesus.
I don't want him dead.
I mean,
Maybe no,
this
maybe in the
is-
sequel kill off Peter Parker, but not in the first game. At
There's
least.
only
Peter
one
was the
thing
main
I want
character.
from this game. One thing. I just want your web to go to a building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really
Something
important
imaginary
thing that because I was like thinking I was playing Amazing Spider-Man 2, and the webs they actually go like if you're near in the city they go near buildings, but I was in Central Park and ooh, the sky seems to count as a building.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want it to be realistic somewhat.
Realistic, yeah.
To be quite honest with you guys in the trailer, it looks like it might be, but also the way he's swinging, it doesn't look completely like it would be. But as long as the game's good, I can overlook that small little step, honestly. I mean, yeah, it would be make it a lot cooler, but in the end, I just want a Spider-Man game with a good story and a good open world with good graphics that we like. We never have that. It's just I don't know
And for
why
me,
we never did.
this just could be me, but I always thought in like in Amazing Spider-Man 2, New York's felt small. It felt
Yeah, well, yeah,
small.
the new ones. The new one, the new
Yeah.
one looks like Division, which is Division's obviously set in New York. I'm kind of excited because like Division put a lot of detail into it.
you know what I want?
And by the way, for those of you in the stream who are thinking about playing this game, apparently the best way to experience it, they've said it's on the PlayStation Pro. So if you guys ever do get the money, I recommend getting it to play the game. If not, it's not a big deal. Apparently it runs better frame rate wise. And also the really cool thing about having the Pro with the game, if you're swinging through the buildings, like let's say up high in the skyscrapers, you can look at the street, you know, and you can see individual people, and you can tell the difference in them. Like they don't just look like a freaking bunch of dots. Like they actually, you can tell if like somebody's like chunky or someone's skinny or someone's a different ethnicity, which is kind of cool. It's just like I don't know, it's more realistic, and I like that.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
know what I want? I want there to be a reference to Division and Spider-Man. Just have one
Oh
of them
my-
say they killed
No, my
Alex, and have Spider-Man just be like, "Who's Alex?"
On that note, ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen,
I'm actually smiling about that. I'm sad.
They're not gonna do that. You know that.
I'm just kind of glad. I mean, I don't mind glad 'cause I kind of feel bad also for like people out there who have Xbox, like they're not gonna be able to play this. But in other ways, it's like you made your decision what console you want to go with. But like, I don't know. That's why I love PlayStation so much. We get all the freaking awesome, cool games. We never get the lame stuff. Like, you know, we always get the really fun, awesome, original story, awesomely detailed games. Xbox, yeah, they have a Halo and stuff like that, but when it comes down to it, PlayStation, I don't want anywhere else to be but PlayStation. They have like all these awesome games. I'm proud to admit I'm a PlayStation person. You know,
yeah.
I'm proud to
and
say I'd rather
it's
have
just so much fun to play on these games.
Well, before we start a flame war in the comments, you guys want to call it?
Call what?
What's gonna start an argument?
No. Do you guys want to end the podcast?
Up to you. I mean, I could probably talk all day, but it's up to you.
Yeah, let's, because we're approaching an hour and 30.
All right.
Yeah. I'm excited for Spider-Man, of course, but it hasn't been on my radar that much. What other games have Sucker Punch made? No, wait, no, Insomniac. Yeah.
Insomniac, they Ratchet and Clank, they've done a lot of PlayStation exclusives.
What if it's
Sucker Punch would be awesome to make an X-Men game. Sucker Punch, dude, with Infamous, they could easily make an X-Men game out
Yeah.
of that.
Bro, yeah. But low-key, when I was playing
Create your own
Infamous,
character, make your own powers.
that'd be pretty
All I'm
fun.
gonna say, if they make an X-Men PS4 game, like if they're gonna do the cinematic universe thing, make sure it's an RPG for X-Men, because I want to create my own character with its own powers, make it my own.
So
I
do
don't
you
want to
see
be like
Universe
some-
Online with X-Men?
Pretty much.
Well,
That's
not
already
like that. I'm talking about
not-
bigger
not-
budget.
Not as a free game.
Bigger budget, not as a free game, and not with a ton of people. Just like my own story as an RPG, my own single-player RPG story.
So Skyrim with X-Men
Skyrim.
characters.
No, like Infamous mixed with RPG elements.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
More like Fallout, but yeah, sure.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Wait.
Skyrim. With guns.
I feel like whenever someone says RPG though nowadays, everybody just associates RPG with Skyrim. I don't know why.
My fucking brain goes to fucking Dark Souls. The fuck are you talking about?
My brain goes to
brain
Final
goes to, like, the
Fantasy.
dungeon crawlers. Mine just goes to dungeon crawlers and getting loot like Diablo and stuff like that when it comes to
If
RPGs.
someone heard, oh my god, if someone watches the stream, I feel like if they like Dark Souls, I think I just triggered them.
What'd you say?
It's a bad game series.
Rip.
Yeah, but there's only one thing about Dark Souls. There's only one thing about Dark Souls though. Numbers actually matter.
Don't they always matter?
I don't know in fucking Skyrim they don't. I've run through the game before without leveling up once.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's pretty much all, honestly. Anything new for you guys coming up soon? You want to share before we close it?
Not really, man.
Slender movie, am I right? I'm joking.
Hey, bro, that's gonna get an Oscar next year. You better watch your back, dude.
Fucking Leonardo's
Someone's
gonna
got
get
shank
another
you.
Oscar for not even saying anything again.
Except going,
It just
Wrestling with the
says
bear.
bear.
It's not
Wait,
wrong
in
at all.
one sentence, bear.
bear. Leonardo, what's wrong? Bear.
Okay, bear.
That one when he realized that.
Yeah.
Movie was fake.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for watching the podcast. Bear. We will see you guys next week, hopefully.
Bear?
If
Question mark?
With a few more brighter topics than the first two we had.
yeah.
Because that was a rough start to
Oh, Lord,
2017.
that was
2018.
depressing.
Holy crap, I want to go back to
We
that
got
year again.
wrong year.
Yeah, it's been
Wrong
pretty
year, my
rough, but it's
friend.
only gonna
Wrong
get better
year.
for here on out. Infinity War is coming soon. It's coming, baby. And next
yeah.
week we will talk about Han Solo if the trailer does not drop yet. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Greedo shot first.
Peace out, boy.